There he is. He's coming, he's coming.
Wow! Look at the size of that fish.
There are a handful of lodges across the remote reaches of Canada that offer world-class fishing and top-notch accommodations. One such outpost is Ganglers North Seal River Lodge. Here, anglers can battle monster pike and lakers, catch literally hundreds of walleyes, and pursue the beautiful Arctic grayling. Ganglers has been a fixture in the Canadian fishing scene for years. It was here where the Fishing Club Journal's Steve Panaz experienced the kind of walleye fishing for which Canada is famous.
You see the current coming down through here, the little bottleneck. And usually what you got at the bottom of this is a little washout, a little deep hole, and the walleyes will sit at the top of the hole. Of course, when you got a lot of rock down there like what we got here, yeah, I'm out. It's a good holding spot for fish. It's a good feeding position for them. And walleyes just naturally like current. This would be a dynamite spot early in the spring when the fish are coming up to spawn. There's a fish. Uh-oh, this might be a pike. This might be a pike. No, real nice walleye. It's such a neat technique. And with plastics, you just don't need to bring a lot of bait with you or hassle with live bait. Boy, talk about a great size for shore lunch. Got him right through the top of the lip. Now this is a good average size fish, about 2.5 pounds. These are real golden up here at North Seal. A lot of times you'll find lighter colored walleyes. Boy, feisty. What I'm doing here is jigging this fast water that comes through this little narrow area. It's a good, there's a walleye. And that's as good a spot as you're going to find for wilderness walleyes. And a good technique for here is just vertical jigging or coming down with the current. Hey, that's a nice fish. You know, most of the time when you're getting walleyes in Canada, a lot of lakes you get what I call mold fish. You get, you know, a fish that's 2-3 pounds and you see it, come here. And it just seems like all the fish in the school are about the same size. It's a feisty little guy. It's a hefty fish too. You know, and a lot of guys that come up into Canada think you need a lot of live bait. They'll bring night crawlers and leeches, and if you don't have the confidence, do that. But a lot of these further north lakes with the that you fly into, I need a players. This guy really wanted it. You can get by with plastics. I really like the viber tails, jigs. Twister jigs are really good, but you can get lots of nice fish like this. Let's see if I can get another one. One of the most basic things that's going to help you catch a lot more fish is simply when you cast out, leave your bail open, let that lure fall straight to the bottom. If you close your bail, the line tightens and your lure is going to sink back toward the boat, effectively shortening the length of your cast. Something real simple, but a lot of people don't realize that. There he is. Hey, this isn't a bad fish either. Ooh, feisty. You know, a lot of times, folks, when you're bringing in a fish like this doesn't look like a forage fish. You know, this is a decent-sized walleye in a lot of waters. But I'm telling you what, you'll get these monster pike come up and just smash it. And hang on, you're not going to probably land the fish, but it's definitely exciting. This guy wanted to eat. Pretty fish. You know, it really hurts to let some walleyes go because I just love to eat these things, but when you're catching, a lot of times on Canadian lakes you get so many fish, it's just fun to release them. There's a fish. One of the things you want to look at when you're fishing a current area like this, hey, this is another nice fish, is you want to look at the direction your bait, that's another walleye. Look at the direction that your bait is falling. Are the fish holding facing the current? Are you casting across current, down current, up current? All those things make a difference. And you want to replicate what you've been doing. Got a bad fish, got him right through the beak. Now these fish will hold in different ways, and the technique you use, the cast you use, the presentation you use can make a big difference as big a difference as the bait you're using. So really concentrate on where you're finding the fish in these little pockets and eddies and current areas, and try and get back to them in the same way you've done before. Is it vertical jigging as you're drifting through? Is it casting across, down, up? Look at all those things when you're fishing walleyes or any species in rivers. And that doesn't matter if you're fishing Canada or your home waters. And one other thing, just because they're here right now doesn't mean they're going to be there tomorrow morning or this evening or this afternoon or whatever. Walleyes move, they follow the forage. So what you want to do is, if you're not getting fish in a spot like this, move until you find the fish. There's one. Hey, this is a heavy fish. This is a real heavy fish. Woo, what is this? It's fighting like a walleye, but it's staying real deep. I haven't had any head shakes though. I wonder if I've got one snagged. This is a good fish. Oh, beautiful walleye, especially for up this far north. That's a real nice fish. And fight? I tell you what, a lot of guys say walleyes don't fight. You haven't caught a big fish then. That's a beauty. That is a beautiful walleye. It's too big to grab. There you go. Hey, that's a nice walleye anywhere you're fishing. And when you can catch a fish like this in the northern water, like North Seal, it just makes it all more special. Isn't that a pretty fish? The colors, the golds. I always love the white tip on the tail when they're fighting like that. And when you're using plastics, you can catch numbers of fish like this on a trip like this and just have a ball without dealing with the hassles of live bait. There you go. Ha, that's fun.
The Fishing Club Journal is a production of the North American Fishing Club and is brought to you by Rebel, America's favorite fishing lure; Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter; Flambeau, built to fish, built to last; Stratus Boats; Stratus, pure performance; and by Ambassador Eon from Abu Garcia. See how different feels.